original songs. Get playlists specially made to match your flavor. You can even download your favorite songs and albums. Plus, enjoy Coffee and Shensia's new albums fresh out the studio with free 2 gigabytes of data for D-Music every day. From March 25th to 31st, listen anywhere, anytime. So, what are you waiting for? Download D-Music now.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good morning. Welcome to your morning newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. After 2 years of protest from citizens for full liability insurance coverage from ExxonMobil in the unfortunate event of an oil spill in the country's waters, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has finally come on record to assure that his administration is now working with the parent company to secure such guarantee. Jagdeo made the revelation on Thursday evening during an interview with a government communications specialist, Eddie Lane. Since the startup of its oil operations in December of 2019, ExxonMobil has evaded demands to provide insurance coverage and instead tied its subsidiary, Esso, to providing this guarantee. It has been argued, however, that Esso, being a fairly new company with assets worth only around $5 billion, would not be able to effectively cover all costs associated with an oil spill in Guyana should such an adverse event occur. Members of civil society have, however, protested that $2 billion company guarantees, explaining that this sum would not be substantial enough should a disastrous oil spill occur. And moving on, coming from Trinidadian Guardian. Foreign Affairs Minister Amory Brown has spoken with Guyana's Foreign Affairs Minister about a recent video featuring Guyana's Vice President Bharat Jagdeo saying that Trinidad and Tobago is falling apart. Brown confirmed that yesterday. In the video, Jagdeo, addressing an audience, spoke about wanting to invest some of Guyana's oil and gas resources into building the infrastructure in that country so the non-oil and gas sector in the future can generate jobs there. His comments stirred up concern among citizens that one CARICOM state would make such bad remarks about a fellow CARICOM country. Political analyst Dr. Bishnu Raghunath said that while Trinidad and Tobago might be critical of Jagdeo's comments, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley hasn't exactly been building bridges with Guyana either. He noted Rowley's outburst in Parliament on Wednesday when the Prime Minister berated, that should be when the PM berated UNC MP Rodney Charles on always speaking about Guyana. Rowley had advised Charles he was free to go there if he wished. In other news, the General Workers' Union staged a protest outside Parliament building yesterday, calling for, among other things, the abolition of income tax, the honoring of the increased minimum wage agreement, and the distribution of cash grants to citizens to alleviate the high cost of living. The workers' representative group registered its disappointment with the state's handling of the ongoing living increase issues and demanded that the government make earnest efforts to aid the most affected. GWU's President Norris Witter is adamant that as Guyanese face this economically trying time, the government must immediately honor the tripartite agreement that it accepted to raise workers' pay from the minimum wage of $44,200 to $60,000. He said that ultimately, Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton is responsible for ensuring that the agreement is honoured since it was taken to the government for Cabinet's approval. And moving on, a mixed 12-member jury on Friday found accused Tocqueville serial rapist 38-year-old Thurston Semple guilty of battering and raping a Venezuelan sex worker. Semple, a taxi driver of Tocqueville Terrace, Georgetown, was committed to stand trial in the High Court for that offense last April. He denied the charge, which stated that between February 24th and February 25th, 2021, he engaged in sexual penetration with a 30-year-old Venezuelan woman without her consent. The latter charge stated that on the same day and the same location, he caused the said woman actual bodily harm. Justice Narain Bihari deferred Sample's sentencing to April 29th and ordered that a mental health examination be conducted and a probation report be provided for Sample. He is no stranger to the court and also has similar matters pending before the court. In other news, President Ali recently visited the leaders of the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development and pointed to the need to strengthen ties to achieve greater prosperity between Guyana and the United Arab Emirates. The president praised the Emirates' leadership over the country's extraordinary development and said that the strong bilateral relations as well as cooperation with the Abu Dhabi Fund for Development would enable Guyana to achieve his nation's vision of prosperity. The president emphasized that the Emirates has shown the world how to build a well-diversified economy with a robust infrastructure. He also explained that Guyana is already working closely with Abu Dhabi Fund for Development on infrastructure projects, including clean energy, and that a stronger collaboration would accelerate the country's economic transformation and climate efforts. And to wrap things up this morning, let's tell you that with the country's COVID-19 death toll at 1,226 since March 16th, the Ministry of Health yesterday revealed that one person was admitted into the COVID-19 ICU. 5 new cases were recorded, taking the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 63,194. 12 persons are in institutional isolation, 12 quarantined institutionally, and 139 in home isolation. To date, a total of 61,812 recovery cases have been recorded. And with that, we've come to the end of this morning's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.